day 69, guys. Yep, still here, hanging on to the finish line. It's always hardest to start something. The middle gets a bit comfortable, but that final push at the end is where you need every ounce of energy to get there. But surprisingly, I am not finding it that difficult at the end. I'm actually cruising to the finishing line. So yeah, it's not always like that. I guess what makes it easier or harder to do that final push is dependent on your why. Why were you doing it in the first place? Is it because you are following somebody? Is it because obviously you're doing a challenge like me? So I think it depends. So for me, I'm doing it. It started as a challenge. That challenge wasn't just to walk. That challenge was to prove to me that I can keep a promise to myself for 75 days straight. That's my why. And that is what kept me going in the beginning when it was hard, snowy, wet, rainy, very dark at 5 o'clock in the mornings. Yeah, that is what actually pushed me along the way. The fact that I didn't want to disappoint myself. I just wanted to prove that I've kept promises to the world for longer than 75 days. Why can't I keep a promise to myself for 75 days? Can I do that? And that was my that was my why. That was my push. That was my motivation. That is what propelled me along on the mornings when I didn't want to move. That kicked me out of bed, that thought. So today's Thursday, and as I said, 6 to 9 days into these 5 a.m. walks, and just want to do a little bit of reflection as to why did I start this challenge, or what inspired me to do this challenge. First of all, I went to my home country, Jamaica, for 6 weeks, and I was like, prior to that, I started the gym about, I don't know, a few months before I went on the trip. I started the gym, so I was already in my little rhythm of going to the gym every day and, you know, that kind of stuff. So when I got down there, I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? How am I going to keep on top of my fitness? So I started walking in the mornings, but of course I was walking by myself, and I was like starting walking about 7 o'clock. By then the sun was high up in the sky, burning me up. So I'm like, no, can't do this, because obviously I was scared to walk in unknown places on my own in Jamaica without anybody else, like at 5 o'clock. It was still quite dark at that time. So yeah, these 7 o'clock walks was just like burning me up. The sun was just out by the time I'm coming back, boy. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. So anyhow, oh, and by the ducks. There you go. Oh no, there they are. Just walked past them without even saying good morning. Sorry. But yeah, so I was making inquiries like, is there anyone that walks around here and blah blah blah. And funny enough, I heard that there's a group that walks at 5 o'clock every morning. And I thought, what? Perfect. Yes, I'm on that. Anyhow, I was so anxious not to oversleep the night. I was actually standing by the gate at like 15 minutes early, like 4:45. I was at the gate, standing up, bottle of water in my hand, gym clothes on, ready to go. And then I saw these two people walking towards me. So I'm like, oh God, here we go. Anyway, don't forget, I've never met any of these people before. First time meeting them at 4:45 in the morning to go on a walk. Anyway, when they got closer, they said my name. So I said yes, that's me. Anyway, these two guys, no joke, I didn't really know exactly their ages, but I know that they were far away. Now let's go from my age. It turns out that they're actually, one is 75 and one is 70, and they said that they've been doing this walk for over 30 years. 30 years they've been doing this walk, 5 a.m. walk. Guys, I was absolutely blown away. Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, what? Serious? At 1775? And I thought, God, got a lot to prove. Anyway, that's where it started from. And even though I was in a hot country, guys, I still struggled to get out of that bed at 4:45 to get ready to go to the gate. Still struggled, because that warmth that hits you in the early morning is second to none. Second to none. That's when you want to snuggle down deeper under your covers. Yeah, the thought of getting out of it is the furthest thing away from your mind. But yeah, that's where it started from. So I did that for about, I would say, 3 or 4 weeks into my stay. I did that for, and that's what inspired me. I came back and I was talking to one of my neighbours, and she was asking me, of course, how was your trip and blah de blah blah de blah. So I was saying to her, yeah, it was really good. And and I also did amazing 5 a.m. walks, and she was quite interested. So I was like, should we do it? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Well, let's do it at 6 o'clock. I said, fine, let's do it at 6. So we started on the walk at 6. Well, I started on the walk at 6 with her. It wasn't every day. It was like 2 or 3 times a week. Actually, no, we started off 1 day a week, and that 1 day a week led to 2, and then we thought, let's do as many as we can. Anyway, I realized that these 6 o'clock walks, it was just too close to getting back, and didn't have enough time to relax before I had to jump into mummy mode, sort the kids out, sort myself out for the day. It was just, the timing just wasn't right for me. So I branched off on my own and started doing my walks at 5 o'clock. Now this time I said to myself, right, you're going to do it for 75 days straight for 5 a.m. walks. I heard about the 75 days challenge, hard, soft, in the middle, whatever. But I'm the kind of person, I like doing things my way. Yeah, doesn't matter. It could be even a recipe I'm following. I do it my way. And I thought, you know what? I'd rather tackle one thing than try and tackle everything and fail. So I'm going to tackle just getting up and doing a 5 a.m. walk for 75 days straight, come what may. Doesn't matter the weather, doesn't matter how I'm feeling, doesn't matter if I'm alone. It's just no excuses, no negotiation. Just do what Nike says. Just do it. So yeah, that's what started these walks at 5 a.m. So, and I can actually testify, guys, that, trust me, I have gained so much clarity from doing these walks. There are things that I didn't even have the energy or the motivation to fix or to tackle. Like little problems that you kind of brush to the side to say, can't be bothered with that, I'm too stressed to deal with that right now. There are so many things that I have straightened out since I've been doing these walks because of my mind, the shift in my mindset. I can't find the word to describe the shift. I mean, that shift, like what? That early morning walk when the world is quiet. You can actually hear yourself thinking. You can actually talk out loud like I'm doing now without anyone putting a label on you. Say, oh my gosh, she's crazy. Oh, she's this, she's that. It doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant. Yeah, that's your time. That's the time that you steal for yourself. That's the time that you can expose your feelings. That's the time that you can dissect things properly. You can, dig into it. You can ask yourself the uncomfortable questions that you've been avoiding. It's just the time that you steal for yourself before anybody gets a chance to tell you what to do or upset your day. It's the me time that is so vital to start every day. That me time is second to none, guys. That me time gives you that first step, those first moments when it's just you, yourself, and God, the universe, and the birds, and no one else. And it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That time, that me time. So reflection time is over, and it's so nice to look back 6 to 9 days into the walk, from where you started, why you started, what motivated you, who. For me, it was who. The fact that these guys were in their 70s and they had been doing it for 30 years. That was just like, yeah, I didn't need any more push after hearing that. And I'm like, you guys got so many years on me, and here you are being committed to your health, your well-being. They were like, if I don't do these walks in the morning, my day is never the same. I said, without these walks, my day just doesn't feel right. And now I can totally understand what they were talking about. Crazy. I'm just so happy to be here at this moment, reflecting about my journey. crazy. But yeah, time to go. I will catch you on day 75. Yeah. So have a great day, guys. Enjoy, make the most of it.